I'm Anupy. Welcome to my kitchen, and Indian is apple pie. Why am I wearing this? Well, because I'm going to pull out something from my oven. It has been cooking for the last few minutes, just about 4 minutes. And I lied, actually, just about 6 minutes. And this is going to be your new recipe of the week. If you're as old as I am, you remember these things. These are English muffin pizzas. We're making an Indian pizza today, a masala pizza. The first step, so that your English muffin pizzas are not soggy when you put the toppings on, is you are going to toast them. And what I like to do is I like to grab a little bit of ghee or a high quality olive oil and just basically get a pastry brush and brush them down and then put them into my oven. I also like to use a wire rack so that they don't have to sit on parchment paper and they can kind of cook on the bottom as well. So you've got them partially crunchy, but not too much, because we're going to put the toppings on and stick them back in the oven. So the way you successfully make a really great English muffin pizza is you start with the right sauce. It can be any cuisine bucket. Today we're doing Indian. So we're gonna start with my Punjabi masala sauce. You could use our other sauce as well, the tikka masala if you want, but I really like the Punjabi masala for a delicious, basic take on a masala pizza. I find a little less is more because this sauce has so much flavor. So I literally just top it with about a tablespoon of sauce. And as we go, we're gonna work fast. You don't want the sauce to make the English muffin soggy. So we're gonna just go ahead and work really fast, and a little bit goes a long way. We'll get it all out of the bottom there. Yay. And there you go. And then let's grab our butter knife and just basically working from the middle to the ends, evenly distribute the sauce. Look how easy this is. We're just gonna kind of rotate the English muffin just so. And you can tell I am an expert at this. I was a latchkey kid growing up in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, meaning that I had a key. I had to let me and my brother in from school. My mom was working. My parents were immigrants. They were not home when we came home from school, so we had to figure out what to eat, and this was our go-to. We didn't make Indian pizzas. We made traditional pizzas out of these English muffins, but they were so good and so easy and actually healthier than something frozen. You can also take these and freeze them yourself, so you can have them for your family later as a treat, or do as I do, make them and just eat them all up right away. So here we go. We got that down. I like to hit it with a little bit of salt, not much, just a touch, a pinch. If you want, you could use red chili flakes at this point. You can even add slices of green chili, whatever you want to do. And then let's go ahead and put our toppings on. The best toppings for something like this are going to be red onion, and this is a tablespoon each. This is gonna be so yummy. I love onion, but I really like red onion. And there's just something about red onion on an Indian pizza that works. I'm not sure what it is. It's maybe from years of growing up, going to India and eating these. And I wanna take my knife again and just basically pat this down, just so. Look at that. Look how easy this is. And again, I'm working pretty quickly. And then I want to take the next topping. Traditional topping is a green bell pepper. I know, why is that? I don't know. There's just something about that combination, the taste profile of a green bell pepper, that screams Indian pizza. And we're gonna do a heaping teaspoon. So we did a tablespoon of the onion, heaping teaspoon of the bell pepper. They're bigger chunks, so You need a little bit less, it'll go a long way. You don't want to overwhelm your English muffin either with too many toppings. It's not a lot of surface area, right? So a little bit will go a long way. And let's get all of this on here. Make sure we're good. Pat this down a little bit if we need to. And then we're gonna hit it with some cheese. Now, you could do paneer, which is an Indian cheese, but the thing with paneer is it doesn't melt. So what I like to do is I like to go for like a sharp cheddar or like a Mexican cheese blend, and we're just gonna basically sprinkle it because you want a little bit of the melt. And again, you don't need a lot of cheese because it's not a traditional Indian ingredient, but a little bit is really fun for the kids. It's delicious. If you wanted to do paneer, you could put paneer chunks on this and then do a little bit of the meltable cheese on top, whatever you want to do. Look at that. Do a little more for you. Well, I should say for your kids. A little less for you, a little bit more for your younger one. No names will be mentioned. She would want 3 times that, but we're not gonna do that today. And then there you go. And we're gonna just basically stick it back on here. I like to use the wire rack so it gets a little bit of warmth and cooking underneath it without having to use the parchment paper. And then literally these are gonna go on here and go into your oven at 400 degrees for, I'd say 12 to 15 minutes. I know it feels like a long time, but it's really the way to get it really super deliciously crunchy. And I'm gonna go ahead and put them in, and then we will check back once they're cooked. Ready to look at these beauties? I upped the cook time from 12 minutes to 15, and I think it made a really great difference. I like mine toasted. And look at this. They're just beautiful. There's really no other way to describe them. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take these over to my cutting board, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to hit it with a little bit of extra flavor. And then we're gonna grab a Indian apple pie garam masala, and then we're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle that on. Not a lot, just a touch, so that you really know this is something Indian. People love that little extra layer of flavor, and that's what Indian food is really good at doing for you. It's good at giving you those layers and layers and pops of flavor. This is how you get it. It's just that little bit. And if you don't like the garam masala, or if you don't have it, you know what? Go look for our chaat masala. The chaat masala is so delicious too. Garam masala is a little earthier. Chaat masala is a little brighter, more tart. You cannot go wrong. Do a tandoori masala. Whatever you got, there it is. And now we are gonna go ahead and take one and see what it tastes like. Well, you're gonna see, and I'm gonna taste it. I wish that I could share. I already like that crunchy noise. I was gonna say that bite was too big, and it was too big, but that aside, that is really good. What I like about the Punjabi masala on this, it has a tiny bit of a sweeter taste profile, which just rounds out some of those extra pops of flavor from what it has in it, the ginger, the onion, but then also the red onion, the green bell pepper, and then the garam masala. So it's actually really, really good. If you wanted to hit it with a little bit more red chili flakes. If you'd added some earlier, you don't have to do that, but you can add them now if you didn't add them earlier. Whatever you want to do. It's basically such a great option for any day of the week. Now you can get your Indian masala pizza on a Monday through Friday as well as on the weekend. Enjoy. I hope you're going to check out this recipe. And remember, you can get it from indianasapplepie.com.